Welcome to your weekly cup of English. And in today's lesson, we are going to be talking about how to stop saying, I know. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, I know. We're going to stop saying that. Okay? Now, but did you know that studies show people often repeat certain phrases out of habit? So, I know. You just say it, yeah? Without fully realizing how much it limits your expressiveness. In fact, phrases like I know are often used without much thought. Yet, they can sometimes come across as dismissive or close-ended. Expanding your vocabulary allows you to communicate in a way that feels more engaging and open and knowledgeable. Okay? Now, in this video, we are going to explore 25 alternatives to I know. That will help you respond in ways that will show understanding, confidence, and enthusiasm. But let's face it, sometimes simply saying I know doesn't capture the depth of your understanding or interest in a topic. By using a variety of expressions, you can show you're actively engaged and even enhance how other people perceive your knowledge. So let's dive in to the 25 unique ways to express I know without sounding repetitive. Okay? Now, how this lesson works is first, I will give you the phrase. Yeah? The phrase will appear up here somewhere, about there. And then I will tell you what formality it is, whether it will be informal, formal, or slang. It will be one of these three. Then I will give you an example sentence. Yeah? And the example sentence will come along the front of the screen, at the bottom of the screen really. And then so you can read it. And then I will give you the meaning of the word, of the phrase, which will appear just about there. Okay? Then I will tell you when it's suitable to use this phrase. And that will appear around there. Okay? And then I will ask you to repeat after me. I will say the sentence and then you repeat the sentence. Okay? Then what we'll do is we'll then shadow me. Yeah? I will say the sentence again, and I want you to shadow me as I say it at the same time. Not repeat, at the same time, okay? This will help you learn the sentence in my accent. It will help you talk a bit faster. It will train you to talk quicker. It helps you speak, shadowing is one of the best ways that you can learn to speak, okay? And reduce your accent. And that is our lesson today. So let's dive in to the 25 alternatives to I know, okay? So let's go. So the first one is I'm aware of. I'm aware of, okay? Now, the formality of I'm aware of is quite formal, okay? And your example sentence would be, I'm aware of the issue you're discussing, okay? Now, the meaning of this, it acknowledges an understanding or awareness, of whatever is in discussion. Okay? Now, when to use, suitable for formal discussions, especially in a professional setting. So work, in the office, that's the sort of place you would be the best place to use it. Okay? Now, repeat after me. I'm aware of the issue you're discussing. Good, well done, well done. Now, shadow me. I'm aware of the issue you're discussing. Good. Now we'll do that again. I'm aware of the issue you're discussing. Good, good. Now, on to number 2. Now, number 2 is a simple one. I see. I see. This is fairly neutral. Not informal, not formal. You can use it fairly casually, really. And your example sentence would be, I see what you're getting at. I see what you're getting at. Okay? This means it indicates an understanding and a following of someone's point. Okay? When to use it, this is fairly versatile and can be used in most casual or neutral settings. So, many times, many different places you can use this. Anything casual, really. Now, repeat after me. I see what you're getting at. Good, good. Well done, well done. Now, shadow me. Ready? I see what you're getting at. We'll do that once more. I see what you're getting at. Good, well done, well done. Now, number 3. Your phrase for number 3 is, that makes sense. This is informal, fairly informal, okay? Your example sentence is, that makes sense. Now that you've explained it, that makes sense. Now that you've explained it. The meaning of this, it shows logical understanding, often after receiving more information. Okay? Now, when to use it? This is great for casual settings, casual discussions, to affirm understanding, to confirm that you understand. Okay? Now, repeat after me. Ready? That makes sense. Now you've explained it. Nice. Well done. Well done. Okay, now shadow me. That makes sense. Now that you've explained it. Good. We'll do that once more. That makes sense. Now that you've explained it. Well done. Well done. Now, on to number 4. I'm familiar with. This is fairly formal, really. This is a formal way. Yeah. Now, your example sentence will be, I'm familiar with that process already. I'm familiar with that process already. Okay. The meaning of it shows knowledge or prior experience with the subject. Okay, so if you knew something about this subject previously, you could quite easily say, I'm familiar with that. Now, when to use it? It's formal or professional, in work, in the office, places like that, and it's referring to a specific knowledge. Yeah, but it's fairly formal. Really. Now, repeat after me. I'm familiar with that process already. I'm familiar with that process already. Good, good. Well done, well done. Now, shadow me. Ready? I'm familiar with that process already. Good, good. Once more. I'm familiar with that process already. Nicely done. Well done. Nicely done. Now, number 5. This is quite informal, really. I get it. I get it. Informal. Definitely informal. Your example sentence would be, I get it. No need to explain any further. I get it. No need to explain any further. Okay? And the meaning of it shows a casual understanding and comprehension. So you understand. Yeah. So I get it. I understand. Okay? Now, when to use it? It's informal, any informal settings really, and it's good for a quick confirmation that you understand. A quick way of saying, I understand. Okay. Now, repeat after me. I get it. No need to explain any further. Good, good. Now, shadow me. I get it. No need to explain any further. Shadow me again. I get it. No need to explain any further. Good, good. Now, moving on to number 6. Okay? Number 6 is, I follow you. I follow you. This is fairly neutral, in the middle. Not informal, not formal, can be used most times. Okay? Your example sentence will be, I follow you on that point. I follow you on that point. Meaning indicates close attention to another's point following logically. Okay? So indicates close attention to another's point following logically. Okay? When to use? Suitable for conversational or neutral contexts, showing engagement. Okay? Showing that you're engaged in the conversation, you understand. Okay? Now, repeat after me. I follow you on that point. Again. I follow you on that point. Okay? Now, shadow me. I follow you on that point. Once again, I follow you on that point. Good, good, good. Nicely done. Now, next one. Excuse me. Next one is absolutely. Absolutely. Quite informal. It is quite informal. And your example sentence would be, absolutely, I'm with you. What it means, it adds tone of enthusiasm to the agreement. Yeah, absolutely. Enthusiastic with the agreement. Okay, now, when to use it, it's very informal or casual, used to affirm understanding or agreement. Okay? Now, repeat after me. Absolutely, I'm with you. Okay, well done. Now, shadow me. Absolutely, I'm with you. We'll do that once more. Absolutely, I'm with you. Nice. Now, on to number 8. You can use the word comprehend. I comprehend. Okay? Very formal. Example sentence. I comprehend the risks involved. And the meaning, more formal, well, yeah, meaning of this is more formal way to say. It's a more formal way of saying that I understand. A really more formal way of saying it. Yeah. And when to use it? It's used in professional, formal contexts, especially when you're explaining logically or logical understanding. Yeah. Now, repeat after me. I comprehend the risks involved. Nice. Well done. Well done. Now, going on to shadow me. Okay. You ready? I comprehend the risks involved. Nice. Well done. Well done. Well, once more. I comprehend the risks involved. Good. Good. Now, going on to number 9. Number 9. The phrase for number 9 is got it. Got it. Yeah. This is slang, really. This is slang. Yeah. And your example sentence would be, got it, let's move on. Got it, let's move on. Okay. Then this is in a casual and quick agreement. The meaning of it is a casual, quick agreement. Okay. And when to use it? Slang is really perfect for informal context or quick discussions. Quick discussions. Now, repeat after me. Got it. Let's move on. Got it. Let's move on. Well done. Well done. Good. Now, shadow me. Got it. Let's move on. Good. Now, we're going to go on to number 10. Now, number 10 is I acknowledge. I acknowledge. Okay? This one is fairly formal, really. Yeah, it's a formal way of saying I know. Okay? Now, your example sentence. I acknowledge your concerns. Yeah? And the meaning of it is it shows respectful recognition of someone's or someone else's statement. So it's very respectful, and it shows that you recognize that the other person's statement. Yeah. When to use it? Use in formal settings when responding to serious topics. Okay. When you've got a serious discussion going, you could use this quite easily. Now, repeat after me. I acknowledge your concerns. Okay. Now shadow me. I acknowledge your concerns. Good. Again. I acknowledge your concerns. Well done. Well done. Good. Good. Now, on to number 11. Excuse me. Now, number 11. No doubt. No doubt. This would be one I would use. I would use this, no doubt. Now, it's fairly informal. It is fairly informal. Now, your example sentence would be, no doubt that's exactly right. No doubt that's exactly right. The meaning of this strongly affirms agreement or understanding. Okay? When is it good for? When's the best time to use it? It's good for casual or informal settings. So casual and informal. Yeah. Now, repeat after me. Ready? No doubt that's exactly right. Well done. Well done. Now, shadow me. No doubt that's exactly right. Good, good. Now, again, no doubt That's exactly right. Well done, well done. Now, going on to number 12. This one is fairly informal, and I would use this. I would use this one. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. Fairly informal, quite informal as it goes. Now, your example sentence would be, I get where you're coming from on this. I get where you're coming from on this. Okay? The meaning of it shows empathy or understanding of someone's viewpoint. So when someone's explaining something, you can use, I get where you're coming from. And that shows you a deeper understanding of what they're talking about. Okay? Now, when to use, it's used informally to show understanding of another's perspective. Okay? Now, repeat after me. I get where you're coming from on this. Good, good. Now, shadow me. I get where you're coming from on this. Okay? Once more. I get where you're coming from on this. Nice, nice. Now, 13. I'm in sync with that. Quite a modern way of saying I know. I'm in sync with that. Yeah, fairly neutral, not informal, not formal, in the middle. Yeah. Your example sentence. I'm in sync with that idea. And what does it mean? It indicates alignment or agreement. You agree with it. Yeah. Okay. Now, when to use and how. It's fairly neutral, like we said earlier. It's fairly neutral. Great for teamwork settings or when showing a shared understanding. Yeah, when it shows a shared understanding. Now, repeat after me. I'm in sync with that idea. Good, good. Now, shadow me. I'm in sync with that idea. Once more. I'm in sync with that idea. Good, good. Now, on to number 14. Understood. Just understood. Formality, very neutral, very neutral. Your example sentence, understood, I'll proceed with the plan. Okay. Meaning, shows direct and concise comprehension, concise understanding. Okay. It emphasizes it a bit. Okay. Now, when to use it? Great for concise affirmations, often in workplace settings. So, office, at work somewhere. Yeah, this is the best, a good place to use this one. Now, repeat after me. Understood. I'll proceed with the plan. Okay. Now, shadow me. Understood. I will proceed with the plan. Okay. Once more. Understood. I will proceed with the plan. Well done. Well done. Now, number 15. Ready? Number 15 is you're right. This is very informal. Very informal. Your example sentence would be, you're right. That's a good point. You're right. That's a good point. Okay? And the meaning of it, it adds an affirmation to show agreement. So it adds a little bit more to you agreeing. Okay? When to use? Casual, good, friendly conversations to affirm correctness. To affirm that you agree. Yeah? Now, repeat after me. You're right. That's a good point. Okay? Now, shadow me. You're right. That's a good point. Again, shadow me. You're right. That's a good point. Okay? On to number 16. I perceive that. Example sentence. I perceive that this situation requires caution. Meaning, a formal acknowledgement showing a deeper understanding or a deeper insight. When to use? Formal settings where a more reflective response is needed. Okay? Now, repeat after me. I perceive that this situation requires caution. Okay? Now, shadow me. I perceive that this situation requires caution. Good. Once more. I perceive that this situation requires caution. Okay, good, good. Now, number 17. I got you. Now, this is slang. It is slang. Now, your example sentence, I got you. Don't worry about it. The meaning of it is very informal because it's slang, and acknowledgement, often reassuring your understanding. Okay? Now, when to use it? It's slang, so it's perfect for informal settings amongst friends. Okay? Now, repeat after me. I got you. Don't worry about it. Okay, good. Now, shadow me. I got you. Don't worry about it. Shadow me again. I got you. Don't worry about it. Okay, well done, well done. Now, number 18. I recognise that. Very formal. This is a very formal way of saying I know. Your example sentence would be, I recognise that this is a priority. And the meaning, a formal way of acknowledging the importance and understanding. Okay? When to use? You can use this in professional or formal context to show understanding, to show recognition. Okay? Now, repeat after me. I recognise that this is a priority. Okay, well done. Now, shadow me. Okay? I recognise that this is a priority. Shadow me again. I recognise that this is a priority. Okay, good. Now, going on to number 19. Right on, right on. Quite informal. Your example sentence is, right on, that's exactly it. Okay? The meaning of it, it adds enthusiastic agreement or understanding acknowledgement. Okay? So it adds that enthusiasm to it. Okay? Now, when to use? Good for informal settings. Showing a stranger affirmation. Showing a stranger agreement. Yeah? Now, repeat after me. Right on. That's exactly it. Okay, good. Now, shadow me. Right on. That's exactly it. Shadow me again. Right on. That's exactly it. Nice. Well done. Number 20. I'm clued in. This is slang. This is slang. Yeah. Now, your example sentence. I'm clued in that on that already. I'm clued in on that already. Okay? But it's slang, so it's great for friendly or informal conversations. Okay? Now, repeat after me. I'm clued in on that already. Good. Now, shadow me. I'm clued in on that already. Good. Once more. I'm clued in on that already. Nice, nice. Now, number 21. This is one I would use quite a lot. I would use this quite a lot, this one. Now, the phrase is, I get the gist. I get the gist. Gist is, you understand. It means understand. So I get the gist. Very informal. Example sentence. I get the gist of what you're saying. I get the gist of what you're saying. Okay? Meaning casual acknowledgement of basic understanding. Yeah? Casual acknowledgement of basic understanding. You get the gist. Okay? Now, when to use? Use when understand the main points without needing further details. So you don't understand it completely, but you understand the main point, which is the gist. Okay? Now, repeat after me. I get the gist of what you're saying. I get the gist of what you're saying. Good. Now, shadow me. I get the gist of what you're saying. Once more. I get the gist of what you're saying. Good, good. Now, 22. Now, 22. I realise, fairly neutral really, not informal, not formal, in the middle, neutral. Your example sentence, I realise that's a common issue. Okay? Now, the meaning of it is neutral acknowledgement of understanding. Okay? Now, when to use it? Great for neutral or slightly formal conversations. A little bit formal, a little. Okay? Now, repeat after me. I realise that's a common issue. Okay? Now, shadow me. I realise that's a common issue. Shadow me again. I realise that's a common issue. Good, good, good. Number 23. I catch that. Formality, informal. Example sentence, I catch that, thanks for the info. Meaning, informal phrase, acknowledging and understanding. Okay? When to use it? Casually, when confirming understanding in a friendly setting. Yeah? So with friends. Okay? Now, repeat after me. I catch that. Thanks for the info. Good, good. Well done, well done. Now, on to shadowing. Now, shadow me. I catch that. Thanks for the info. Good. Now, shadow again. I catch that. Thanks for the info. Good. Well done, well done. Now, going on to number 24. Duly noted. This one's very formal, very formal. The example sentence would be, duly noted, I'll make the changes. Meaning, formal phrase, the very formal phrase, meaning understanding of a point or detail. Okay? Now, when can you use it? It's suitable for formal, professional, or diplomatic settings, really. It's that formal. Okay? Now, repeat after me. Duly noted, I'll make the changes. Well done, well done. Now, shadow me. Duly noted, I'll make the changes. Okay, good. Now, 25. I've got it. Very neutral. Not informal, not formal, neutral. Example sentence. I've got it. You don't need to repeat it. It shows complete understanding, meaning complete understanding. Okay? When to use it? Amongst friends, family, but that's it. Don't use it at work, for sure. Now, repeat after me. I've got it. You don't need to repeat it. Good, good, well done. And now, shadow me. I've got it. You don't need to repeat it. Shadow me again. I've got it. You don't need to repeat it. Okay. Now that was your 25 alternatives to I know. But now you've seen the 25 ways to stop saying I know, let's highlight a few of the most impactful ones using phrases like I'm aware of, I recognize, can convey confidence and attentiveness, while casual phrases like I get it, I'm clued in, add a friendly approach tone to your responses. By replacing I know with these alternatives, you can bring a variety to your conversation, make your responses more thoughtful, and ultimately communicate in a way that feels more engaging and open. I hope you find these expressions helpful and start incorporating them into your daily conversation. I'll be back with more ways to expand your vocabulary and communicate with confidence. And until next time, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Catch you later.